Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Chicago, Illinois. Number 1 ranked player in this event, Conrado Moscoso, versus number 5 ranked player, Rodrigo Montoya. Bolivia, Chihuahua, for the RTM Fabio Soto. This is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Robbie Collins, welcome again to the booth. I got to ask you, Robbie, after a very, very majestic display 2 weeks ago in Minneapolis by Rodrigo Montoya, this was the semifinal as well. And Rodrigo took care easily of Conrado Moscoso. I think he had about 10 aces in that match.
Yeah. Yep. Montoya just had his career week over in Minneapolis. Conrado's tied for first best player in the world right now with De La Rosa. Just depends on the week. And we're in for a treat.
We certainly are. You can only imagine that Conrado Moscoso is out for blood. And Rodrigo Montoya, well, he is out there to prove dominance, and he's out there to prove a lot. You know, he recently won Mexican Nationals, both singles and in doubles. Yep. And here he is ready to take on the challenge to demonstrate that that win 2 weeks ago versus Moscoso was not a fluke. It's something, and he's real, and he's a real deal. But we'll see. We got a clarification from the referee, from the sideline judges. We'll get them shortly. So, Robbie, I got to ask you, what is your outlook on this? What do you think are the key factors for both of these players?
Well, they saw each other earlier today in doubles. And Mar and Montoya put on quite a show. It was a great match. But more of the show there was Mar. And Montoya truly just played his part. Conrado was definitely covering the court very well, playing with Alex Landa. And this matchup, I mean, I want to say historically it's close to a 50-50 match. Rankings, notwithstanding. And, if I had to take a pick, I'm going to go with Montoya for back-to-back wins.
There you go. There you have it. Robbie Collins, the insider, right then and there. And you know what? One of the key factors I think here, Robbie, is right now, even though Rodrigo Montoya is on a roll, I think Conrado Moscoso has a lot here to prove and demonstrate. And the fact that the actual number-ranked player on tour, Daniel De La Rosa, isn't here, yep. It's up to Conrado Moscoso to come up top. So I can only imagine the pressure, because when Conrado got his ranking, I talked to him, and he said he felt a ginormous amount of pressure now that he reached the number 1 ranking. But when Rodrigo Montoya won 2 weeks ago, says Fabio, I got not a monkey, a King Kong off my back.
Right.
So he feels more relaxed right now. So one feels pressure, one feels relaxation. It's a matter of relief. It's a matter of nerve. For me right now, Robbie, the mental aspect, the psychology is a key factor for these two.
Yeah, and as we saw in the doubles earlier, Montoya's drive serve to the left, he was mixing cross-court drive serve and jam. Let's see if he continues to do that against Conrado today in singles. It was effective earlier. And right off the bat, great drive serve left, point for Montoya. Oh, check that.
Montoya being very compelling on that shot. 1 serving 0. This is a good start for Rodrigo Montoya. Yep. Of course, Montoya is still alive in the doubles as well, so he will play doubles final tomorrow at 12 p.m. The winner of this match will take on Jake Bredenbeck. And that's the other key factor that I see. I talked about the mental aspect, Robbie, but key factor, Rodrigo Montoya's serve.
Yeah.
Is his serve as good as 2 weeks ago? Same story.
I think it is. These courts play into his strengths, his ability to mix the cross-court drive serve and the jam into the glass monster, as we've coined it today. It will prove to be, well, if he's to be successful today, it will be effective. There it is. There's a setup. Cross court. What a get. Uh-oh.
Thought Montoya was going to pay for that one. Reset by Montoya.
Yeah, you know, if you do that at home, everyone's gonna yell at you. When Conrado goes for it, look, he saw it. It's the right shot.
Focus and concentration. That's what it comes down to. And Moscoso missed an easy one right there.
Oof.
Montoya made a couple of mistakes, and he was going to pay for them.
Yep. Whoa. Well, that's not something you see very often.
Well, seeing Montoya play for many years, I have to tell you that it is.
Fair enough.
He's known to skip some serves every now and then. He just tries to blast that ball so hard and so close to the ground. Let's see if some magic can come out of the racket of Moscoso. Screen serve called. It's a great reset by Montoya.
Wow.
Fired right then and there. Backhanded, about 4 feet up in the air. If there's anybody who can pull a shot like that off, is Moscoso.
Perfect cross court.
Let's see if he can build up upon this.
Looking in the chat box right now. Slemo, I see you're back. Thank you for the stars.
Well, thank you, Mr. Worgan. It's a good rally right there. Front of the court being dominated right now by Moscoso.
2-33.
Two serving three. Wow, what about that off-speed cross court?
Yeah, the speed was good. It was a little mix-up, but it was a little high. And anytime it goes sidewall, front wall, it turns into a big setup at this level.
Diving get there by Montoya.
Wow.
I don't know. I think Montoya needs to exploit more the forehand of Moscoso. Moscoso just firing on all cylinders. Those mistakes that Moscoso has made have been on the forehand.
Yeah, you know, and that's the challenge for Montoya, because all of his success, or not, I don't want to say all, but a lot of his success in Minnesota came from the drive serve left, the cross court, the jam, and a lot of his success so far this week. But you are right. I think in order to be successful today, he's going to have to open it up with a couple serves over to the right, bringing in some hot serves.
So foot foul is called by the referee. Wow, Montoya. You know, I got to ask you, Robbie, both of these players have phenomenal backhands. I like both of them. I like their backhand more than their forehand.
Yep. You know, it's Moscoso's backhand is I think, a bit more dynamic than Montoya, but, you know, as far as their ability to splat the ball and rallies with the backhand, they are pretty equal, I would agree. You know, forehand-wise, I would agree. I think that's where the ball needs to go a little more often than maybe usual. But really on the day, you have to find out, right? Because it may be the plan, and you go in, and they just rolled three on you. So you either have to believe the plan's right or the plan's got to change.
Screen serve called. And I agree with you. I think Moscoso's backhand is more dynamic. I didn't think about it that way. I think it's very accurate. But the margin of error, though, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I see Montoya having less margin of error.
Yes,
He
agree.
takes less risks, if you will.
Yeah, he's more willing to kind of keep the rally going. Moscoso has a little more range with
Yeah.
his backhand more often.
Yes.
Because I've also seen Montoya. I've also seen Montoya really just heat it up and splat balls from his ear, but it's not all the time like Moscoso.
Oh, no, of course not.
Moscoso's more often.
Short serve.
Second serve.
Carrie, I see you in the chat. How's it going? Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comment.
Set up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Margin of error right there, Montoya. He does that with so much ease.
Yeah.
And you know what? When Conrad does a shot like that, he pulls everything. He puts everything into it.
Yes.
Montoya just seems he just twists his hips a little bit more, but he just puts the elbow, the shoulders in.
Well, and you mentioned it early. He's feeling relaxed. He got King Kong off his back, right? And so far, that's the way it looks. He's playing with a lot of ease, staying aggressive, making shots. Very high-level ball.
And you got to think, Robbie. It's a matter of you dealing with defeat, but it's also a matter of you dealing with victory. Not everybody is a good loser, but not everybody is a good winner either, though.
Right. Everyone wants to be number one, but when you get to number one, you are no longer an underdog.
Exactly.
Right? The target is now on your back by default. Wow.
Wow, talk about a target on your back right now. Montoya has zeroed in on that left side.
6-2. Wow.
Double bounce, 2 rounds.
Double bounce called. I think that's the right call. Oh, Montoya's going to appeal. So double bounce called by the referee.
Replay.
Replay.
Overturned. Both sideline judges disagree. Interesting. Montoya with drive serve.
Wow.
You know what I like about Montoya's serve? He obviously this came out of that two-hit display, but he reminds me a little bit when he does a drive serve. A little bit of Suzy Munchik.
Interesting. Okay.
Body. Look at his body
Yep.
motion. Look how he puts everything in his body.
Yep.
I'm not saying he hit it as strong as Suzy. I'm just saying the motion and the mechanics seem somewhat similar because how he encroaches, he puts his body, every bit of his force in his body, he puts it in the shot. We don't regard Montoya being one of the strongest players on tour, but his serve is powerful.
Yeah. What a get. Oh.
Just a replay. I agree with that one. Montoya had a shot.
Yep.
He had a shot.
Montoya's execution level right now is so high.
Yes.
I mean, making the right reads, executing his setups, from deep, from 38 feet, he's killing balls. It's impressive. Another big setup.
Off speed again.
Amazing.
Off speed shot. And I love that he calculated very meticulously. We had a good angle of view here, and you can tell that he knew what he was going to do. The surprise factor comes into play.
Short serve.
Second serve.
One of the serves I've been recently very impressed with. I don't know if you've noticed since Minnesota, Conrado's high lob to the right side.
Okay.
It's very, very good. Very good high lob serve.
Yep.
Great pass. And it came to a point in Minneapolis that even in his first serve, he was doing that high lob to the right. He was being very successful.
it's a little interesting that you haven't seen more nicks from Conrado. You know,
that's true.
this glass is challenging. Today we've coined it the glass monster.
Glass
here.
monster. You coined the glass monster.
Timeout.
Timeout taken by Conrado Moscoso. He takes a timeout. 1 minute break, and we'll be back on IRT Live. Back to the action right now. Robbie, I got to tell you, when he took that timeout, Moscoso, I thought it was a little too soon. Now that I look at the score, what do you think?
You know, he has to stop the bleeding. And Montoya is playing at a very high level, putting lots of pressure on him right now. You know, it's a good moment. Take a timeout, ball's in his hand, regroup.
Last game. Second serve.
But he's got to hit a better serve than that. Just not quite locked in. See if he goes with a lob nick, or what is he going to choose? Something like lobs or drive Z.
It's a great pickup by Montoya. This defense comes to this. Wow. Offense gets the glory, but defense wins the game. And
Yes.
when you're playing defense like Montoya has, that's the result.
Yes. Moscoso had an opportunity on the right side, used incredible footwork to get across the court. Didn't capitalize.
8 serving 2. Montoya with the drive serve. Interesting. That's a good return of serve there. And you know what? I didn't see Montoya go full force on that serve.
2 serving 8.
And like we've seen with his backhand, he's mixing the speed
Yep.
of his swings right now, whether that be his drive serve or his forehand and backhand. Not everything is full pump, 100%. Best serve in a while for Moscoso. No.
Montoya, very, very smooth shot. Just taking care of it.
8 serving 2.
Yeah, you know, to hit splat from there, obviously at the professional level, you can make that shot. Obviously, you wouldn't go for it if you couldn't. But the miss, Montoya is in perfect center court position. It just turns into a layup for him in the middle of the court.
Good shot, point. Moscoso clearly upset.
A little frustration.
He got a warning from the referee. Next time, that's going to be a technical.
9 serving 2.
Can't afford a technical
No.
with Montoya playing this well.
And like you said, he's taking power of center court. He's just taking control of it completely.
Second serve.
And that's the other challenge. We don't talk about it enough, Robbie. How important is it for you to take your opponent right of the center court?
To take center court?
No, to take your opponent off of it.
Oh, it's, you know, tactically the most important, really. You know, if we're not ending rallies, then you're just trying to create the next opportunity. And, you know, if your opponent or the ball is in center court, you're not.
Exactly.
And so Montoya has done a magnificent job of staying in center court, moving Montoya, making him shoot from behind him. Just very fundamental ideas, but executed right now the highest level.
Play through. I love that. No stoppage. I think Montoya took that a little too much for granted. Do you think he got a little overconfident in that shot?
379.
Overconfident, no, but I think he did feel Conrado's pressure. Conrado was right on top of him on the swing, and that just maybe just a split second quicker than he wanted to swing. Not quite comfortable.
Footfall called.
Second serve.
Second serve for Moscoso. 3-9. Finally, an attack on the forehand.
Yep.
And there you have it.
There it is.
There you have it. He went for, we talked about it a few moments ago,
479.
the forehand for both of these players are not the best attribute that they have, and Conrado saw something right there. If he goes with that same type of serve, look for Montoya to cut it off. No, he's not. Here we go. Drive serve. Down the line, winner. Let's take a look at a bit of a replay right there, this last rally.
579.
I think we'll
serve.
see the lob Z on second serve often from Moscoso.
Yes.
But it's, yeah, with his weapon, with his drive serve, it's very obvious that he should be going with the drive serve.
Montoya had great court position right there.
Oh,
He got up.
left it up.
Guessing game right now for Moscoso, unfortunately.
Nine serving 5.
Drive serve from Montoya.
Yep, back up to the ceiling, center court. Oh, didn't go. Great job. Moscoso just missing that last angle, hitting it right to Montoya.
Remind everybody, this is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Remember to go online, papanicholas.com. Use code Racquetball50 to get 50% off all Papa Nicholas coffee. All your coffee needs for your home, for your office, work, or for a gift. Make sure to check them out, papanicholas.com. Back to the action. Montoya to the serve.
Jeez.
There was just no wrong answer there from Montoya. I honestly thought he was going to do a down-the-line shot or something with a wide-angle pass, but no, he went for the kill.
Yep. Full setup, comfortable, no problem from center court. Mid court, I should say.
Avoidable shot, unfortunately. And I can't disagree with the referee
No.
right there, Robbie.
No.
Just I think Montoya didn't get out of the way quick enough. He took that shot for granted, that bounce for granted, and
Montoya's looking outside, hoping. He's looking around. He's like, someone tell me to appeal this.
No.
Someone tell
well,
me.
Javier Mar, his partner, is right there, and he told him no.
He's like, no.
Somebody say something just to prove,
Yeah.
you know.
Give me one guess, right?
Exactly. Screen serve called.
So far this match with Moscoso, backhands looked pretty good. You know, what we come to expect, super high level. The forehand in several moments when they've had some back and forths, it's not as crisp. Which is, you know, and it's all relative because, you know, we're talking to a professional standard, right? And to their own, really. You're measuring them to themselves.
6 serving 11.
6 serving 11. Remember, timeout was taken at 2-8.
Oh, wow.
Montoya can't put a racket on that one. He was there.
That
He had
was
good
a
court
crisp
position. Yes.
Excuse me. That was a crisp forehand.
Yes.
7 serving 11.
So 4-point deficit right now that Conrad has to overcome. He had a 6-point deficit in that timeout. But Montoya is in double digits. Kill shot again. And that's what we saw in that last rally, because Conrad needs to cut off. He needs to leave no room for Montoya to do anything with that ball.
Yep. The serve quality, like Conrad has sharpened his serve quality and the forehand, right? Those two go hand in hand. And in that 1-2-3 situation there, great serve, weak return, executes a forehand down the line, kill shot.
I think Conrad, if he retrieves serve again, if you're gonna do the drive serve, I'd like to see him drive serve to the forehand of Montoya. Probably do a jam also, something different.
Yeah.
He's just firing on all cylinders of that backhand serve. I like to see something different.
You know, because he almost earned the right to open up the court with the drive serve to the right.
He gets the serve. Even Montoya thought about it. He's like, I should have done the line. I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. Super Saturday. This is our final match of the evening. The winner of this match will take on Jake Bredenbeck tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. And at 12, we'll have the men's doubles final. For now, Moscoso still trying to figure out the Montoya puzzle. Conrad took his timeout. Montoya still has his. Short serve. Moscoso firing.
Great backhand.
Timeout, Rodrigo Montoya, and he takes a timeout. We'll take one ourselves, and we'll be back after a minute on IRT Live.
John Story joined the U.S. military, was killed in an inside attack on the 12th of February 2014. The biggest thing we want to do to help our local Gold Star families and our veterans, that we bring awareness to their opportunities to be served, to be taken care of, to bring to light ever-increasing need for our veterans specifically to have housing, to have good benefits, to be taken care of. Go to livelikejohn.us. Go to the Donate Now button and help us fulfill our mission.
Time plays in. Robbie, no more timeouts left in game one. What do you think of that timeout by Montoya?
Necessary. It you don't want to let Montoya get back in the box, extend his lead, or excuse me, you don't want to let Moscoso extend his lead. Yeah, no, he needed it. Get back in, get to work.
Second serve.
And I do agree with you. It was utterly necessary.
Yeah.
You know, he had a 6-point lead at 8-2 when Moscoso took his timeout. Now he has only 2-point lead. He's still there, but not as comfortable as he was, 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
Nine serving 11. Second serve.
Short serve. So far, the timeout has iced Conrado just a little bit. Just enough.
All right, here we go. That forehand that we're talking about.
Wow.
Again, when he did it earlier, he got a point. He did it now, he got a point. Not that he should do it on the first serve. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But don't leave that resource out of your toolbox,
Absolutely. He's baiting Rodrigo to hit that splat. And he, just like in that last rally, he was all over it.
Down the line winner, Moscoso.
Tie ball game.
Such a whole different game than about 20 minutes ago,
Yes.
I have to tell you. Very different game. That 6-point lead, boom, gone. 11 serving 11. Again, waiting for Moscoso to fire one to Montoya's forehand.
Second serve.
Perfect. Let's have a replay right there. That's a perfect play there by Moscoso. He shot that ball running to the back as far away as possible. Look at this. Running back. Boom. Down the line. Nothing.
Perfect.
Nothing you can do about it. Now he has the lead. Moscoso's up 12-11 in game one. And again, such a different match than it was 20 minutes ago. It seemed that, Montoya was dominating, had Conrado's number.
12 serving 11.
And now Montoya has just lost all of his momentum. Hasn't had anything particularly positive happen, the last couple minutes.
Replay that hit the front camera. And you know what? I have to mention this, though. It's obviously effort. Yes, it's obviously talent execution. But also, I think the key to Moscoso's success right now is his game management skills. Because he asked for a timeout at 2-8. He was trailing by 6. And he made the necessary changes. Then he made Montoya take his timeout. So I think Conrado's playing smart. Side out.
Side out. First one in a while.
11 serving 12.
First thing that Montoya needs is a point to get back in this.
Second serve.
Montoya switching up his serve here. A little different position. Half lob.
Montoya with that skip.
I don't know if I like that serve right now. I mean,
No.
you've been in a bit of a rut. You get back in the box on a second serve, and you just kind of half lob one to Conrado's backhand. You give him a free swing when you have been challenged here for the last couple points. It's like, put some pressure on him. Make him hit something a little more uncomfortable than his strength. Wow. Coverage.
Wow, Montoya.
That's
And you know what? Not that Conrado did something wrong.
right.
It's just that Montoya did everything right.
11 serving 12.
Great
That-
down the line there.
And that drive down the line was just perfect. But Montoya's coverage is even more. Wow. Back to the action. Montoya. 11 serving 12.
Drive serve.
Second serve.
A little higher this time. See, and that was a subtle
12
difference.
serving 12.
Still, I guess, technically a half lob. A little higher than the previous one. Moscoso not as willing to come and cut it off. Still takes an aggressive swing, skips it.
That is just an unnecessary risk when we're this far up in game one. 12 serving 12. Montoya. Great effort, though, I have to say. But a perfect cross-court winner from Moscoso. But again, I really need to see something different right now. And Conrado really does need to make a change. He got this far. He caught up.
We haven't seen a drive serve to the right in a while.
10.
I got to tell you, Rob, we have an old saying in Mexico, you know, the horse that reaches the front horse wins the race.
Okay.
I've got to remind everybody right now that the IRT will be back in SoCal Open Racquetball Championships. Will be in Los Angeles in about 1 month's time. Canoga Park, the Athletic Society, one of our favorite clubs. And closer to our time zones, Rob. I can't imagine what jet lag does to you.
Oh, you know, I've finally gotten used to it, which is good. It's, can
Well,
say-
you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you should be used to it by now.
yeah. The Hawaii trip's a little more challenging.
There you go. Replay. Just a replay.
12 serving 12.
Not a huge fan of that replay, if I'm honest.
Not really, me neither.
Where else was he going to go?
I don't see any appeals, though. I didn't see any complaints. They're just taking it and
Yeah.
move forward. Remember, no more timeouts left.
What a get.
Great pickup by Moscoso. Not that one, though. Montoya, wonderful cross-court winner.
Fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful shot. I'm going to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. Remember to like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. And more than that, remember to check out Papa Nicholas Coffee. Go to papanicholas.com and use code Racquetball50 to get 50% off all of your coffee needs. Back to the action right now. Montoya back to the serve.
12-12.
Second serve.
I want to thank our host, also the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club, with 8 courts, including the internationally known Glass Stadium Court, has hosted professional events for over 35 years. Best racquetball in Chicago is played here, Robbie.
Yes. Been coming to this club for a long time. Appreciate their support over the years for the tour. Ooh.
Set up for Montoya. Skip shot. Point for Montoya, who retakes the lead now by 1 point, 13, serving 12. Also, want to mention that relying on the star and commercial background, Mr. Robert Dreger focuses practice primarily in the areas of transaction and construction law and dispute resolution. Dreger Law, make sure to check them out. His clients range from professional service corporations to closely held businesses in a wide variety of industries. Dreger Law.
Great jam. Got behind Montoya there. Oh, tricky. Oh, it's...
Conrado just fired that one. Do you think he got a little bit ahead of himself?
Yeah, he did. You know, it was a bang-bang rally. Ball kicked into him on his forehand, and he knows he just skipped 2 forehands in a row to make it 14-12.
Game point number 1 for Rodrigo Montoya.
14-12.
It's a matter of refocusing right now. Montoya looks so concentrated.
What do you think? Jam serve?
No. Blasted for the forehand. Oh, ooh, interesting.
Are we both right?
Wow. So close.
Oh, what is he going to do here? Another half lob.
I think he's still thinking about it.
A little higher. Got him.
Oh. Montoya missed a down-the-line shot that was just in his wheelhouse.
Got exactly what he wanted out of that serve.
He did got exactly what he wanted.
Oh.
Well, you know what they say in baseball, after the error comes the hit. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it's a great ceiling. Oh.
Moscoso, great job. And you know what, Robbie, I got to tell you, not that I have favorites, but, well, I do actually.
Sure.
My favorite sponsor of this event, Anthony's Pizza.
Yes.
Tony Cosmano and his son, Anthony Cosmano, have been competing in Illinois events for many, many years, with Tony having passed on his love of the sport to his namesake. He runs Anthony's Pizza and has been a sponsor for many Illinois racquetball events at the glass court over the past 20 years. And we got some great pizza from Anthony, some pasta, some meatballs, some great salad, giving us food today, and we love it. So thank you for Anthony's Pizza. Make sure to check him out here in Chicago.
13-14.
Saludo a toda la gente de Bolivia que nos está viendo, no nada más de Sucre, sino todo el país de Bolivia, igual México, no nada más Chihuahua, sino toda la gente que está sintonizando y viendo a Conrado Moscoso contra Rodrigo Montoya en esta semifinal del IRT.
Oh, great serve. Oh, left it up.
Down the line winner. Well, Moscoso really has nothing to complain about. He came out on top. Let's take a replay, really quick replay. Let's see this. Take us through it, Rob.
Great down the line. Montoya just doing everything he can to stay in the rally. Conrado just controlling all the shots. And now we have 14-14.
At the beginning of the match, when he was down 2-8, did you think we were going to get to 14-14? No way did we thought this was possible. This is huge for Montoya.
Oh, no. Oh.
Conrado Moscoso takes game number 1, 15-14 in tremendous fashion. Players will take a 2-minute break. We will too, and we'll be back on IRT Live.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're live once again here. Game number 2. Conrado Moscoso, Bolivia. Rodrigo Montoya, Mexico. Both will represent their countries, Robbie, in international play in the IRF this year. Of course, Montoya, Mexican national champion in singles, Mexican national champion in doubles. Conrado Moscoso, Bolivian national champion in doubles and runner-up in singles. He was defeated by Carlos Keller at their national event.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, Carlos Keller took that one.
Yeah, miss Carlos out here on tour.
Yes, we do miss Carlos. One of the nicest guys in Bolivia. He really is. We do miss him on tour. The serve from Moscoso.
Oh, great return.
Escape shot by Moscoso. Robbie, the question I always ask, what does Montoya need to do to take this one to a tiebreaker?
You know, well, he needs to continue to hit his drive serve to the left and his jams. But to me, he needs to open it up to the right. At 14, he tried to go for one down the right, and I just thought it was too little too late. Obviously, he hit it short, but he had no reps the entire first game going to the right.
Point Montoya. First one to get on the board.
Right now, for both of them, their strategies against each other on first serve are very similar, right? They're attacking the left. Conrado even a little simpler than Montoya because he's not jamming either. He's letting it fly to the left corner. Whatever happens, happens. And he was able to come back in the first game and win.
It's a good wide angle there by Montoya. And the other one. What does Conrado Moscoso need to do to finish this one in 2?
Execute the setups off of his drive serve here. He's continually hitting the same serve. He's getting very similar return patterns. Execute the third shot.
You know, one thing that does come to mind, I want to say that he should not take those unnecessary backhands from 5 feet up in the air, but that's part of his game.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Live by the sword, die by the sword sometimes. And certainly with these two, no question.
Great pickup by Montoya. Keep it alive. Wow, what a fantastic down the
Great
line.
Down the line. Goodness.
You know, Montoya expected it, though, but just too powerful.
131.
Tied once again, 1-1, game number 2. This is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. I want to take this opportunity to thank other sponsors, Cheryl Kirk and Kid Lawson, Country Financial, Bruce Nelson, John O'Donnell Jr., and Skin Deep Day Spa, Linda and George Pappas. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you in the comments to Eduardo. 200 stars for us to go get some tacos. Appreciate that.
Eduardo. I'm going to say hi to Eduardo Castañeda, of course. I have to admit, you know, I know exactly what he means, but no, Eduardo, we cannot get tacos from Sonora here. I'm sorry. I wish we could. But we got the next best thing. Taco Burrito came by Danny Ortega, the best tacos in Chicago. So we have those here for us. So we're happy campers.
Ooh.
That's a point right there by Moscoso. Also want to thank you, all the Racquetball Company sponsor, for supporting our silent auction and junior clinic for the Illinois State Racquetball Association, Headpin Racket Sports, Gearbox, and Prokenix. Thank you for donating all those prizes to raise money for the junior program in Illinois. I think the mental aspect here is playing its dividends.
Little different serve. Oh. And that's all we talked about. The third shot for Conrado. He had his opportunity. He went pinch instead of down the line. Did not work out in that situation.
And thank you, Sudsy Muncher, for sending us some stars again.
Suds, you're back.
And Sudsy, we will remind everybody that tomorrow is Veronica's birthday.
Yes.
Veronica Sotomayor, of course, wife of Sudsy. Wish her a pre-happy birthday today.
Great serve from Montoya.
Wow. That clipped the sidewall perfectly right there. Great pass by Montoya. Had that not clipped the sidewall, we would be having a different conversation altogether.
Let's see if Conrado will go with something different. It's been drive, serve left, just constant. Oh, finally a Z.
As you were saying right now, Robbie,
there it is.
and that makes him, you know, earn a point. But yeah, I think you're right. To quote a legend in racquetball, a little known person there that gave us some. You know, that's a good thing. We have insight from experts in racquetball, and and Sudsy, I think he's right. Conrado needs 3 serves right now: drive left, drive right, and a C right. The importance of sequence when serving is so
100%.
big.
And we saw that with Jake earlier today because he was moving around in the box with his position. He was moving his serve selection around. And it made it very difficult for Lalo to read. And, in fact, wore him out earlier, in my opinion, because he just had him working harder mentally to figure out what was coming. Conrado right now is just doubling down, tripling down, drive, serve left. Little jam there. I don't know if that was intentional. Ambitious. Oh, tricky. That's
He was going to cut it off.
Wow.
Montoya. Good effort there by Conrado Moscoso. No, he's not hurt. He just went with the momentum of his body.
Yeah.
But yeah, was that serve intentional to go with the jam? Probably, but I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't see Conrado do too much also, you know what? Kind of go for the crack serve. Just like, for example, one professional player that comes to mind, and I'm seeing him right now, Eduardo Portillo.
Yep.
When he focuses on that serve and tries to hit that crack in the backhand, he's usually accurate. He didn't try too much with Jake, though.
No.
He did not.
And I haven't seen him very often in the last several pro stops because there was a year there where it was, gosh, every other serve it felt like was
Yes.
coming in with crack
Yes.
and jam. And certainly on his ascension through the rankings, that was something I felt he did often, where now way, way less.
234.
Ace serve into the backhand.
Perfect angle from Montoya.
874.
You know, you get away with some of the height there when you get that angle perfect and it shoots down the side wall. It just makes it extremely challenging to return.
Short
serve.
Second serve.
So Montoya's serve is drifted into the drive serve box, at least from our angle. He's starting to drift there, and I'm not a huge. If you go there occasionally, no problem, great variation. But his standard serve is kind of drifted there as this match has gone along. And what that does is it eliminates the down the line. You don't have to respect it, and I think if he just scoots a little bit farther to the left, executes same serve, at least it'll get Conrado thinking about a drive serve right. And then maybe at 14, if Montoya gets there, it'll be open, right?
That's true. Moscoso with the drive serve.
He's hitting that hard.
Conrado's giving the referee that look.
Yeah, well,
That look. Lasers coming out of his eyes.
ref earned it a little bit there,
Yeah.
I will say. It's
Interesting. Let's see how he can recover.
hard to have a hinder when you have the entire front wall. But,
There you go.
yeah.
Again with the drive serve, Moscoso.
Short serve.
Short.
Second serve.
Who hits the hardest drive serve, Moscoso or Montoya?
Moscoso.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry for putting you on the spot there, Robbie.
No.
I got to do it every now and then. Ooh, interesting.
There it is.
Oh, I thought he was going to cut it off.
Yeah. Oh, what's. Oh.
Oh, that hit the front camera.
Pablo
Wow.
loves when that happens.
Let's see if that didn't kill some momentum, but Conrado gets first serve again.
Yeah.
So want to thank the camera installer for giving Moscoso another opportunity. Oh yeah, Montoya had a shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, he had a shot. No, I don't know what Moscoso's complaining
yeah.
about. He even hugged him from the back. He said, "Hey, dude, I'm here, buddy."
As much as Moscoso was, I think, right in the previous hinder.
Yes, of course.
This one, maybe he's just trying to push the ref just a little in the way
This.
to not go avoidable.
Let's see if this makes sense. This is first serve number 3. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody that's listening.
Let's try this one more time.
Third's a charm. Let's see. Short serve.
Short serve.
Will he go to that high lob Z to Montoya's forehand? Let's check it out.
Just missed the nick. It might work out.
Ooh. I think he just got a little ahead of himself. He lost a little of his patience right there.
Well, I think he thought that Montoya was going to strike it a little harder.
Yes.
And so maybe the pace and the height just surprised him. Oh, to the right. And a point.
That was the switch of serve that we were talking about for, probably the past 20 minutes.
Yes.
Yes, give that forehand drive. He did, earned a point. Now he knows that there's a chink in the armor. Can Montoya continue?
Great serve.
But a good return, though. Ooh, he changed his mind the very last fraction of a second. And Montoya, I'm thinking that Conrad regretted going for the singing in that one.
Yeah.
Not that it was the wrong call. I'm not saying it was the wrong call.
Right.
But clearly it wasn't the right one.
Well, and it was a little short, too. It wasn't maybe to his standard. That was probably dropping closer to 35 feet back here. Turns into a setup for Montoya.
Second serve.
Great get. Wow.
From shooting that from the back, Montoya, I thought he was going to reset the rally. I thought he was going to go somewhere else to give himself opportunity to go to the front. And look at what happened.
Yep.
Well, I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Also, our sponsors, Response Graphics and Embroidery, Lim and Kevin Yazel, Fellows Roofing, Willie Fellows, Taco Burrito King, Danny Ortega, Little Debbie, Janet and Joe Eminger, Dovetail by Design, Mike Kinkin, Alec Meta, John Thorson, Davern's Tavern and Lounge, Mike Davern, Ray Mainster, Mike Zupke, Jose Arteaga, Liz Mulder, and DePage Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thank you very much for your continued support of this event. So timeout is called by the referee. Both of the players have been ordered to change their shirts. So that'll take a minute. Let's take a short commercial break, and we'll be back on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We resume play. Head referee Jaime Martel ordered both players to change their shirts. I want to remind everybody that the IRT will be back in Los Angeles, to Southern California. SoCal Open Racquetball Championships, April 20 to the 23rd. Join us in 4 weeks. So the IRT will take a small break. We haven't had that many breaks this year, Robbie.
No, this is the 6th tournament for me. 8, I believe Adam and Nia and I were counting, and I think it's been 8 months in a row of racquetball, of pro racquetball. We started our season back in Maryland, September, and we've had at least one tournament every month since. So, be a nice break. Be a nice little break.
4 serving 5.
4 serving 5. Can we get a replay on that one? Can we get a replay? Because there's not much I can say to describe this play. Look at this.
5 serving 4.
Gives him the whoop.
Whoop-de-doo. What do you call that, Robbie?
It's kind of racquetball's version of hand down, man down from the NBA.
Point.
You know, okay, let me ask you this. If we, and again, putting you on the spot, if we had to do a roster,
Yep.
like in the NBA, like in basketball, Harlem Globetrotters,
Okay.
and we would do it for racquetball, give me your top 3 that would be there because of the ball handling skills and control.
In racquetball.
Yes, in racquetball.
Well, Mar from today comes to mind immediately.
Yeah.
The things we saw him do today were spectacular.
Yeah. 3 active players.
Okay.
Active players. Oh, Mar, 1. He's
Mar,
on my list too.
1.
What
You
else?
come up with 1.
Andre Parrilla.
Yep.
Ball handling skills.
We had the 2 easy ones.
Oh, yeah, we had the easy ones.
Chat, who do you think the 3rd one is?
What else? Who
I
else?
don't know. I'm asking the chat right now, see if anyone chimes in. But, ooh,
Let us know in the chat box. What do you think? What are your top 3 favorite pro active racquetball players with ball handling skills?
probably De La Rosa.
I was gonna say that.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Took
that.
me a second when I'm on the spot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Serving 4.
Seven serving 4.
Serving 4.
Great serve. Oh.
That's a good shot.
Was it good, Fabio?
From my angle, it was good. From my angle. Oh, he's going to appeal it.
Oh.
Call stands.
Yeah.
Appeal used. Oh, I don't know. Why did he appeal that shot?
There's a couple fans that are sitting on the line, and they all say it was good. So
Look, I'm not saying that it didn't sound like a skip, but it was a sidewall, front wall kill.
Yeah.
So from my angle, I had a clear view. That's why I thought. But, you know, they saw it from another angle. That's fine. But now Montoya lost an appeal.
Yeah.
And Javier Mar was not in Montoya's corner
Oh,
to guide
no.
him through it. We see Javier Mar just walking in here. That's
Walking
the
away. There you go. Just no eye contact.
short serve. That's correct.
See a lot of interesting serve. Oh, big setup.
Wow, what a great recovery there from Montoya.
Moscoso hitting the ball in frustration. Knows that he left one out there. Big setup on the 3rd shot. Didn't put it down.
Moscoso is not going to get a free point from Montoya. He needs to go out there and take them all, take all 15 points. And he knew he left one there.
7-4.
Wow. Anticipation right there.
Guess we got to put him on our Globetrotter list, though, don't we?
There we go. Let's see a replay of this one. There you have it. No. That's a can we say that was a defensive cutoff right there? Because right then and there, even though it resulted in a point, it was just a defensive cutoff.
It was a volley, up front, but his positioning was so aggressive. If you make a shot from that far forward, it turns into something pretty positive. So.
Back to the action right now as Moscoso recovers the serve. We resume play.
4 serving 7.
4 serving 7. Moscoso was similarly down this road. Remember, in game 1, he was down 2-8.
Yep.
You see that? He
Phenomenal.
mixed it up. He went with something different. He created his opportunity in
5 serving 7.
point number 5.
And when you have a weapon like Moscoso has, you don't necessarily need a ton of variety, but no variety is not going to get it done. Ooh, that was a pretty good serve too.
Foot fault called.
Jaime, a seasoned ref, you mentioned in an earlier
Yeah, he's been with the IRF for about 10 years or
10
so.
years. I mean, I can't believe it's been that
And
long.
also when we have Mexican Racquetball Federation tournaments, he's one of the referees as well. Skip shot called. Is he going to appeal? Nope, he's not. He's going to take that one.
A little cautionary fist pump. You know, he's like, maybe I made it. No,
Did he? Well, you know, if he tried to sell, he didn't do a good job of it.
no, he wasn't committed to the role there. But that's okay.
Montoya with the serve.
Oh, wow. Might work.
Ooh,
get it.
interesting.
Oh, another one. Jump. Oh.
Too much heat there. Was there a square foot of that court that they did not cover in this rally?
I don't know, maybe the front left, you know, maybe
Probably.
another little.
I don't even know. But that shows you the court coverage, the extension, and the athleticism that these two gentlemen have on the court, because you know what? They did not give up. Even though Conrad couldn't bring that one out of that back wall, he was right there.
Yep.
And yes, that was the reason why head referee ordered them to change their shirts, because they are all over this place. They've been mopping the floor. So it's going to come out of clean after this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because after this match, there's going to be the men's singles open semifinal. So they're going to have a clean court to play on.
Oh, okay, interesting. You know, one of those good old past 9 p.m. open matches.
There you go.
My favorite. Oh my gosh.
They last about 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Montoya to the serve. Skip shot, point for Montoya again.
Little mix, little to the right. You can execute. Turns into, I don't want to say a free point, but
No.
a likely point.
9 serving 5. Timeout taken by Conrado Moscoso. He takes the timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll be back after a minute on IRT Live.
Looks like you've been sleeping well,
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
and you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
The best sleep just got even better. Whether you have a MyPillow or not, you need to get the brand new MyPillow 2.0. Call or go to mypillow.com now. Use your promo code, and for a limited time when you buy one, you'll get a second one absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
Visit mypillow.com.
Fortunate.
You get back off it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it right now, and a timeout is taken by Conrado Moscoso, who is trailing 5-9. So in the timeout that he took in game one, he was down 2-8. Now this is 5-9. This is a much closer margin. But right now, some changes have been made to Montoya's game that's resulted in this. Robbie?
Yeah, Montoya's opened up the serve just enough. A couple opportunities for himself. And just plugging along. It feels closer than 9-5, to be honest. But here we are. Montoya's up. Similar margin to the first game. I will say that. We know how that went.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Not the first time that Moscoso has done that one.
Yeah, it's pretty fortunate bounce there.
Hey, a side out is a side out.
That's very true.
I remember back in Minneapolis, Jake won a match. He said, "I came out with an ugly win," and I told him, "A win is a win."
Yep. It's a golf saying. They don't ask you how; they just ask you how many.
Oh, Moscoso just fired that one on all cylinders.
Montoya looking like did it skip, but not confident enough to appeal that.
I don't see him appealing or looking at anyone like he did previously. I think Conrado did get that shot perfectly.
Well, Mar ran away, so he has no.
6 serving 9.
Nice height lob. Got it.
Great cross court right there. Even though Conrado kind of had it down the line, but I like that cross court. You know, he's going to just keep Montoya on his toes.
Yep, slid across, kind of held his shot just for a split second longer to freeze him. Drove it cross court.
So 2 points in a row for Moscoso since that timeout occurred.
Second serve.
Setup.
Oh, tricky.
Now it's dangerous right there, Moscoso. What about that read, Robbie?
Phenomenal. I mean, for the general public, that.
Let's have a replay. Can I get a witness? Yes, I can. Look at this front court right there.
All in. Wow.
What is that, Robbie? Is that skill? Is that experience? What is that from Moscoso to guess that?
It's all of the above. You know, he is fortunate for that to bounce, then hit the sidewall, but to step back and flick a shot, amazing.
I got to tell you, Robbie, this has been an exciting match so far, and the IRT will have an exciting event in Los Angeles, the SoCal Open Racquetball Championships, just next month. Coming off, some of the players are going to Guatemala to represent their country in international play. Of course, the Pan American Cup is coming in just a couple weeks to Guatemala, if I'm not mistaken.
2 weeks, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, a couple weeks, and IRT will be back 2 weeks after that. So we'll see how this holds up.
8 serving 9.
8 serving 9. 3 points in a row for Moscoso since he got that timeout at 5-9. So that's a good timeout for Moscoso.
Absolutely.
So this is going similar in some ways than game number 1.
Moscoso also with a phenomenal timeout in game 1. Oh, man. What a
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can we get a replay on that? Wow.
9 serving 9.
reach. Oh,
Wow. Nothing can be done right there. And just like that, Robbie, we have a tied match once more, 9-9.
Short.
Wow, if looks could kill Robbie. Moscoso. Z or lob? Ooh, lob, mid-lob.
it's a great return from Montoya. Oh, missed the splat. Ooh, not that one. Great shot.
Well, 4 points in a row for Moscoso. That was a good timeout for him. Great effort right now. And Montoya, you know, he hasn't lost the lead so far, but right now he's tied. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, wow.
Moscoso can't get to that one, unfortunately. Want to remind everybody that this is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. And also, remember to visit papanicholas.com. For those of you who haven't tried one of the more than 50 different blends of Papa Nicholas coffee, we encourage you to do so. Our competitors are enjoying Papa Nicholas coffee all weekend at the Coffee Bar in the Glass Court Lounge, and it is fully stocked from early in the morning until late at night. Jim and Papa Nicholas want everybody to ask for Papa Nicholas coffee at their local grocers like Jewel or Roscoe, or go online to order directly at papanicholas.com and put code Racquetball50 to get a 50% discount on all your coffee needs. Thank you so much. Montoya back to the serve. 10 serving 9.
What a return. Oh,
Can
wow.
can Moscoso be any more aggressive than that? Cutting off balls.
No.
Just, you know, he was very, very aggressive. I love that.
Amazing. Chad, I hope you guys are enjoying this match. This is extremely high-level racquetball. Best racquetball in the world going on right now.
It definitely is so.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Remember, like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. This match, Robbie, I got to tell you, it is far from over.
No, yeah. This is, it says 15-14 written all over it, and I'm not sure which way it'll go.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure either, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did end up at 15-14, regardless of who would win this game.
Yeah.
But I have no doubt about it. It has all the potential in the world to be an instant classic. So remember, the winner of this match will take on Jake Bredenbeck tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. So Conrad Moscoso, number 1 ranked player in this event, versus Rodrigo Montoya, number 5. So Bolivia and Mexico, one of the hotbeds in Mexico is Chihuahua, and this is where, you know, Rodrigo is from, sparring with people like Montoya and Mar and Martel and Natera. And here we go. Moscoso to the serve.
Tough.
Great cross-court shot. We're tied again.
10-10. Even ball game again.
10-10.
What do you think in the chat box? What's going to happen? Let us know in your comments. Who do you think is going to take this one? Or do you think this is going to go to the distance?
Set up.
Down the line winner, Moscoso made the right shot.
That's the right shot. You know, that's one that when he's been down to Rodrigo today, that shot has not been coming in. When he made his comeback in game 1 and when he's been solid in game 2, that left up pinch setup has been money.
11 serving 10 now.
Short serve, good call from ref Jaime.
Remember, Moscoso took that timeout at 5-9.
Good return. Tricky. Yeah.
Montoya still has his timeout. Let's see when he uses it.
And that last shot is a great example of just the little differences when we went to our new sponsor Gearbox and we started using the black ball this season. Some of these backcourt shots off the back wall become a little different. They're a little trickier. They don't come off quite as far. Great catch.
Moscoso clearly frustrated. He had an easy shot there down the left side.
Ball just got on top of him just a little too much. Wasn't out in front of him.
10-12.
10 serving 12. Montoya taking his time. This is the final match of Super Saturday, Robbie. Remember, tomorrow, only finals, singles at 11 a.m. Eastern Central Time, and the doubles at 12 p.m. or right after the singles. A 2-point deficit right now that Montoya has to overcome.
Serve. Set up. Set up.
Oh, Conrad has to challenge that one. How many appeals does he have left? He's asking. And he is appealing right now.
Oof, you agree.
They agreed?
Was that a double agree? I couldn't see his.
Wow. I thought he for sure that call was be overturned. Wow.
It's a bit quick.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a clear path. And all I can tell you right now is that Moscoso overhit that shot. He went a little too high and a little too powerful.
Agreed.
Let's have a replay. There is such a thing as overhitting. Look at Moscoso.
Yep. Full setup there. He could have ended the rally.
Exactly. He could have gone probably cross-court pass, but no, he overhit, overshot. Gave an opportunity to Montoya, who now ties it up again, now at 12. (15-14) game number 1, 12-12 game number 2. What does that tell you, Robbie?
Tells me 15-14 game 2.
Oof.
Either way.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who.
We're objective enough in the booth here.
Of course.
You know? Shoot.
Very smart play by Moscoso.
Excellent hands.
What he did was just neutralize any offense that Montoya could come up with. And that's the thing, kids. You watching at home, it's not about killing the ball. It's sometimes about neutralizing your opponent's options.
Yep.
So he has none and generates a weak return.
Yeah, Yeah, both these players are aggressive as they come with their positioning, their shot selections.
Off speed again. Moscoso. Oh, and it hit him on the shoe. Great effort by Moscoso, I do have to say. He showed some tremendous defense capabilities. Oh, he's asking for if he has an appeal.
Oh, no appeals.
No appeals left for Montoya. He can only appeal now on game point, if need be.
Yep. You know, just taking a chance in some of those early ones. These are the, you know, situations you have to think about, you know.
That cutoff that Moscoso did right now to earn him this side out just showed us, you know, his ball tracking skills, yes. Neutralizing important, yes, check. But also that he needs to keep that aggressiveness right then and there, because Montoya's really leaving little to no margin for him to comfortably execute an offensive shot. And that's what Montoya has to do. But right now, Moscoso in the driver's seat, 12-12.
12-32.
Oh. Yeah, look at on Conrado's face. He knows that was an opportunity.
I don't know if he was actually going for a pinch or for a down the line shot.
I think it was pinch. I do. Gosh, he just knows. Got exactly what he wanted.
He
Full
did.
setup.
He did exactly what. And I thought he was going to go over a down the line shot. Let's see if he doesn't pay for it right now. Montoya with the serve again.
Great serve. Same thing.
Great pickup by Moscoso.
Oh, what a get. Wow.
Fantastic play right then and there. You know, for a moment there, judging by Conrado's stance and angle, I thought he was going to go for a pinch in the right corner, but look at that. He's just working Montoya. And there was physical contact, but they played through. I mean, whoever said, Robbie, that racquetball isn't a contact sport?
Not me.
If you don't believe me, you should see some of these guys' legs, because Javier Mars showed me his leg yesterday, and he got blasted.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah.
Who
He
got him?
You know what? I think he took a picture. Let me see if I can pull it up so we can show it on the screen. But he got blasted on the side of the back of his knee. Those hurt. Those hurt. Okay, now this raises a question, and I'm going to put you on the spot again.
Okay.
For you, Robbie, and everybody listening to this broadcast in the chat box, if you get hit by a racquetball, where is the most painful part? If your opponent's behind you, and you're giving him your back is towards him, and he shoots from the back, where's the most painful spot in your body to get hit from the back? Let us know in the chat box. What do you think? I don't know, Robbie. What do you think?
I don't know. Getting hit in the head sucks, but oh man, that's a great question. Maybe down by your back rib cage a little bit, kind of down lower back. That's not great. It's not a lot of, sometimes there's not a lot of muscle down there, so it kind of just ball kind of slaps you back there. But I've never really thought about that one.
Montoya. Again, cutoff. Moscoso. Wonderful, wonderful play, wonderful cutoff. I got to tell you, Robbie, I think the most painful place that you can get hit from the back of your body, the love handles.
Yep. You
Time.
said it better than I did. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Montoya takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after a minute. No timeouts left in game number 2 on IRT Live. Time in, game number 2. No more timeouts left, Robbie. Conrado took his when he was trailing 5-9. Right now, Montoya took his when he's trailing 12-13. A very similar scoring sequence than game number 1. This tells you the consistency of the players' performance as professional racquetball players.
Yeah, this has been a treat for us to watch. Hopefully for you guys at home, it's been a treat for you.
Moscoso to the serve.
Oh, big setup. We got it. Oh, got it. Oh!
Montoya.
Got him. No.
Front court, no.
Oh!
What a rally. And the crowd goes wild. Can we get a witness right there?
Man.
Can you listen to the crowd here? Tremendous rally, great front court action. But what was the defining point and the defining moment, Robbie? That pass to the back of the court.
Yeah, no, I mean, who was going to get the ball into the back court first?
I don't know.
So much action on the court, it knocked one of the court mics
That it did.
into some static in there. Wow, what a rally.
Conrado is staring at us right here at the booth. He's looking at us like, oh my God, no, I can't believe I did that. You know, he had so many opportunities to finish that rally.
He did. He did.
He just, you know, you're going to go to toe-to-toe
Yep.
with a high-performance, high-level player. You know, that's just fine. But don't give him easy layups and easy setups.
Yeah, you know, with their positioning, they got so aggressive, and you know, mentioned this quote earlier. It's like, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When you are that far forward, you are fully committed. You know the consequences if a ball gets by you. Moscoso with the first one to get by.
Oh, I got to tell you, none of these guys are making it easy one for the other.
Oh my goodness.
It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday.
Yeah, phenomenal. Set up. Oh my goodness.
Interesting choice. Down the line winner, Rodrigo Montoya, just really, really making quite the statement right now that he can, you know, regardless of what happened in game 1, he can certainly come back and take this one. But for now, it seems that it's going to be a challenge. We're tied at 13 apiece.
13-13. Man, this is what a treat this has been.
It is. Looks like your 15-14 prediction is very highly probable to happen.
Oh, we're in. Absolutely. And still not sure which way that will go.
Oh, no, we're still not sure.
I mean,
we just seemed that was going to be the score. But what I'm really interested in now, the mentality of Moscoso, because, you know, he reached him. He got there. He surpassed him, then tied back again Montoya. You know, you can only imagine the level of concentration right now and what's going through his mind. Because he's just 2 points away from winning or going to the distance.
Absolutely. Needs to get back in the box to make it happen. Short serve. A little extra gas on that one from Montoya.
Yes, you saw the speed of that ball right there. Oh, that didn't have gas. That had nitrous oxide on it.
Oh.
Replay called.
Yep. Moscoso would have taken just one more step left. I think that would have been avoidable.
Oh, yes. I was waiting for that one.
Yeah. Direction he went, not so much. But here we go. First serve. Great one. Oh, big setup.
Montoya just did the right serve, the right play. And now Rodrigo Montoya, 1 point away of taking this one to game number 3.
Montoya on that big setup, just taking a little pace off like he did in game 1. Both these pros just laying it all on the line, flying everywhere.
Well, you know, statements need to be made. I remember 2 weeks ago, Conrad lost badly to Montoya. Very, very badly. So he needs to come back and make a statement of his own.
Right.
And Montoya needs to make a statement of dominance. A little extra gas on that one as well.
Game point, second serve. Where's he going to go?
Good choice.
Got him. Oh, what a get. Oh, my goodness. Jump.
Avoidable shot. No appeals left, remember. No appeals left.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Fabio.
This can definitely change the outcome of this match. Wow. I don't want to quote back in the day, the Dodgers in the 90s, but I don't believe what I just saw.
You know, we mentioned earlier that, you know, at this level, when you jump, you should take the shot.
Yeah,
and
if you have no appeals left, so the referee got a clarification from Pablo Fryer, the commissioner. Says Martel has no appeals left, but he can appeal on game point. That was not game point.
No, right. You know, Jaime, coming from the IRF, I know the IRF rule is a little different.
Yes, it is.
Even though he does know the distinction, he will be a little more inclined to go that route. Little heavier on the avoidable use in that moment, right? It's, yeah. Man, I can't.
First off, I didn't ask you, do you think that shot was actually avoidable?
No.
I think Conrado has the skill to take that shot.
And certainly if you're going to hold up in that moment, he jumped, you had the shot.
Yes.
You can get a replay.
Yes, you can
That's
get a replay.
fair.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. (13) serving 14 Moscoso.
Oh, God.
Montoya. Robbie, if I said it once, I'll say it again. The ball doesn't lie.
Yep.
Wow. The crowd went crazy.
Just what grit from Montoya just to hang in there, make one more shot. Let's see what he brings.
Let's see if your prediction is still in play, Robbie.
Drive serve right. Oh, big setup. Oh, he left it. Oh.
Ball's up.
Big setup. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Down the line winner. I don't know. Robbie, whoever said that racquetball isn't a contact sport?
No, that preposterous.
No, of course not. This is a contact sport. Of course it is. Look at that replay. Wonderful, fantastic.
Yeah. See in the chat knows, ball don't lie. Ball knows.
I want to remind everybody that this is the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. Go and visit papanicholas.com. Enter code racquetball50 to get 50% off all your coffee delights and coffee needs for your home, for work, or for a gift for someone who loves coffee. Papa Nicholas, the best coffee in the region. Back to the action right now as Conrado Moscoso really has to think very, very carefully about his serve right now, because this could be the whole difference between winning and going to a tiebreaker. Let's see what happens.
Anyone else nervous, chat? This is awesome.
Just more and more people are coming in.
Yeah. Oh, with an ace.
Serve.
Oh,
Wow,
my
Moscoso
God.
with an ace. He ties it 14. Your prediction is right, Robbie. Regardless of who scores
Yeah.
point 15, your prediction was right. Hats off to Robbie, who wins the pool here. Moscoso with a chance for redemption.
We about to see one more ace.
Interesting choice. Let's see what he goes with. Moscoso seems he's going with the drive serve. Where does it go to?
Oh, yeah. Oh!
And the crowd goes wild. You know,
speechless.
I can say he got what he wanted. He got that right
Exactly.
side, but it is not the first time that he's failed on that side.
We've
though.
talked about that sequence all match, right? Drive, serve, left. He's in the cross-court return. What does he do with that third shot? An opportunity to end the match. Oh, man. Montoya swinging so hard at that first serve.
Are we going to a tiebreaker? We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, that was the serve earlier in the match. I couldn't stand. He hit. Gives Moscoso a free swing, comfortable swing, shoulder high. Maybe for the general viewer, that's not a high percentage shot, but for Conrad Moscoso in that moment,
That is,
comfort.
yes.
Comfortable. Oh, my goodness.
Are we ending the match right now? Is it going to be a side out? Let's see what Moscoso does. Let's see if he can make up for that mistake he had 2 sequences ago.
Jam. Oh,
Wow.
holds off another match point.
This has been sort of an Iron Man match now, Robbie.
Oh, my
I can only imagine how spent these two athletes are. And remember, Montoya is still alive in the doubles.
Yes.
He will play the doubles final tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. Will he play the singles final as well? We'll find out in 1 point. We'll see if that's going to happen or not. Wonderful, wonderful play from these two athletes. Thank you, everybody, for watching and tuning in. Send us some likes. Share a post. Keep watching us.
531 of you on Facebook. You guys are just, this has just been a treat.
It has been a treat.
Hope you guys are enjoying this.
I want to give a shout out to everybody watching. Saludo a toda la gente de Bolivia que está sintonizando y viendo, la gente de México que está sintonizando y viendo este partidazo entre Moscoso y Montoya.
Over 500 on Facebook. I believe we have over 500 on YouTube as well. A lot of the racquetball community tuning in for this.
Well, yeah, like I mentioned before, 2 weeks ago, Montoya just dismantled Conrado in a way that I have rarely ever seen.
Right.
And 2 weeks later, look at this. Redemption for Moscoso? We'll find out soon enough. 14, serving, 14. For the game, Montoya.
Does he got one more serve in him? Hasn't hit first serve over the line in a few.
In a while.
Yep, been a few times in the box. What a get.
Balls up, setup. Montoya can't get that. And a side out again by Conrado Moscoso. Robbie, I got to tell you, you know, they've thrown everything at each other except the kitchen sink. That's all that's missing.
Yeah, well, see if we get another side out here and see it. You know, it's,
we'll probably see it. Yeah, exactly. But Montoya, clearly, you know, I can't say it enough. That serve to the backhand, that drive serve, I don't know. It seems to stand to reason to just switch it up. try something different. Sometimes you have that advantage at point 14 that you can really catch him off guard because your opponent is just kind of guessing everywhere. We'll see what happens.
Whichever one of them. What's he going?
Oh, an equipment timeout. Montoya walked up to the referee, showed him that his strings are broken. New racket coming out. Montoya going back into the court. And you see Moscoso offering the ball to Montoya. See, he's just going to get a couple hits off of that, and he will.
Liberal use of the towel here.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about it that way, I mean, Rodrigo gets a little bit of a breather. Moscoso wants his a little bit of a breather. I can only imagine how exhausted they may be. But it's not going to sink in until the last point.
Yes. I don't blame him.
Moscoso for the match. Is he going to meet Jake Bredenbeck tomorrow in the men's final?
Oh, and a skip.
And another skip by Moscoso. And I say another, I mean another, because this is not the first, not the second time that he's had a skip on match point.
That ball just touched the side wall. Glass monster, just enough. Turned that setup into a skip.
Rodrigo.
Oh.
He got a signal from his camp.
signal.
Let's see what he does. Is he going to go with that drive to the forehand now? Got to try something different.
Oh.
Ooh. Wow. He definitely went for it.
Was that good, Fabio?
Wow.
I think that was good.
But he cannot appeal it.
No.
He cannot.
All right. My opinion, high lob Z.
Conrad could, though. If that was game, Conrad could appeal it.
Right. There it is.
Oh. Wow.
Nails.
I got to tell you, people here at the glass court, they're getting their money's worth.
Absolutely.
Fantastic play. Fantastic shot. Leave a racket change again.
Goodness gracious.
There's something wrong with the tether of the racket of Rodrigo Montoya, and his camp is fixing it. Right then, Eduardo Portillo's fixing the racket. Just giving it to Montoya again. Not surprisingly, Rodrigo Montoya has crowd in his favor. They're cheering his name.
Oh, man. They want to see more.
Yeah.
They want to see a tiebreaker. I don't blame them.
No.
Let's do it.
Let's do it 11-10. Oh, dude, you're going the distance. Might as well do it.
Of course.
For the match, Moscoso.
Oh.
Conrado Moscoso with a jam, with a wraparound serve. And he takes the match 15-14. 15-14.
Wow.
And one of the most evened out matches that we've seen. Let's look at this play right here. Look at this serve. And that is a skip from Rodrigo Montoya. And you know what? He was used to doing those shots perfectly well. But congratulations to Conrado Moscoso taking this huge weight off his back. Thank you very much, Robbie Collins, for joining us in the booth this whole day. We really appreciate it. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with interview for Conrado Moscoso here on IRT Live.
John Story joined the U.S. military, was killed in an inside attack on the 12th of February 2014. The biggest thing we want to do to help our local Gold Star families and our veterans, that we bring awareness to their opportunities to be served, to be taken care of, to bring to light ever-increasing need for our veterans specifically to have housing, to have good benefits, to be taken care of. Go to livelikejohn.us. Go to the Donate Now button and help us fulfill our mission.
Welcome, everybody. I'm here with the winner, Conrado Moscoso. You know, what a way to close the night, Conrado. You and Rodrigo gave us a phenomenal match, 15-14, 15-14. First off, how do you feel right now?
No, first of all, congrats, Rodrigo, for the great player, for the great match. The match is so close for me, but I'm so happy. I'm feeling tired, but I'm ready for the next round. I'm ready for the finals.
Oh, you know, I got to ask you, Conrado, 2 weeks ago, you matched up against Rodrigo, also in the semifinals, a different story altogether. He played phenomenal against you, and right now, was that on your mind when you began this match? Did you remember what happened? Did you want to come back and win this?
Yes, yes. The difference is my turn is now, but the match is also hard. I know. I don't know. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. The plan is that's it, and the serves on the all match, all shots, but I'm so happy.
Conrado, la verdad que un partido muy emocionante, 15-14, 15-14. La verdad nos dieron un gran final para el Super Sábado. Conrado, you gave us a great match, quite the ending for a Super Saturday. Algo que le quieras decir a tu público que está viéndote en Latinoamérica.
Sobre todo, muchísimas gracias siempre por todo el apoyo que me han brindado. Gracias por el apoyo correspondido que siempre los he pedido. Muchísimas gracias por estar en sus oraciones. Gracias a toda mi gente allá en Bolivia, en casa, a toda mi familia que me está viendo. También a mi gran amigo Julio que está aquí, que vino presidente de Virginia, a mi gran equipo que está también Kadim, a toda mi familia, sobre todo y a cada uno de ustedes que está apoyando a mí. Aquí pues también a mi gran familia en Chicago, que como siempre apoyándome y pues obviamente feliz.
Oh, thanks every.
Happy birthday, Marcel.
and you know what? It's you know, he's thanking everybody in his crew, his friends Julio that's here from Virginia. He's asking everybody for support and thoughts and prayers. And congratulations, Conrado, again. Congratulations for this win. So you'll be at 11 a.m. Central Time versus Jake Bredenbeck tomorrow, the final of the 38th annual Papa Nicholas Coffee Shamrock Shootout. From Chicago, Illinois, I am Fabio Soto signing off for IRT, and we'll be back tomorrow on IRT Live.